Today I'm going to wire up the LED bulbs. Just put some length of wire on them so that when they're mounted on the wall, I'll be able to hook them up to a power supply. So the question I have for these skull sconces is exactly how I'm going to mount these. I was thinking of just a simple mount like this on the wall. No, I'm not exactly keen on it. Then maybe cutting out a piece of wood that would effectively do the same thing. It would only just be a little bit longer. Having a rod come out of the back, sort of something along these lines. Not so far, of course, maybe something more like that. Or actually cutting off the back of the skull. So let me know in the comments section below which way you think I ought to go with these. I've been looking online and haven't really actually seen so many of these things. I've actually seen a skull mounted on crossed bones. Wasn't actually pleased with that either. Not exactly what I was looking for. What I did see that I did like was a skull where the top has been removed, the jaw is missing, and then inside the cranium is a candle that's lit. That I do like. I'm probably not going to do that with these, but I just might make up some milk jug skulls and test that out for elsewhere in the haunt. But that'll be some other time. But first things first, let's wire up the LEDs. I'm going to make it long enough because I'm not quite sure how long I'm going to need it. But that looks about good. After my fiasco of yesterday, I really should hook this up and make sure that it still works. Still working. So right now I'm going to just fish the wire through the skull and bring it out the hole here, just to have a place to go with it. Hope it gets in there. Alright, time to hook it right back up and make sure I just didn't break it. Okay, we should take a poll or take some bets on whether or not I just broke this connection. Alright, let's see. Haha! Phew! I'm just gonna put some hot glue around the top here just to hold it in place. I went ahead and removed all the stain from the skull. It actually came up pretty freaking easy. Can't imagine that this would hold up in storage for anyone anyway. But I'm going to end up corpsing this, and I think it's going to look a heck of a lot better anyway. The other thing I did, you might notice, is I removed the jaw and also took the neck off. I think that's going to look better hanging on the wall than the full skull, particularly if we do something like this. Yeah, you can almost tell, right? Yeah. Looks so natural. I didn't see the light come on. I thought for sure I broke it. While I'm waiting for my heat gun to peel up, I'll start peeling off these wax strips here too. So I'm going to clean up this skull and I'll be back when I'm done. So it wouldn't be right if I didn't leave the microphone off on the camera. So you had no idea what the hell I was doing. So I just used cheesecloth first, and then just to give a little extra detail, went over it with cotton balls. Used my paper mache paste, and it gives a nice hard shell when it dries. I'm gonna let it dry though overnight, make sure it's fully cured, and then tomorrow I'll stain it up and I'll do the other one as well. So if you like what you see, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That way you can be notified right away when the next video is posted. And let me know in the comments section below how you think it should be mounted to the wall. As I said, I'm thinking of just using these discs that it came with and just mounting them to the back like this. But I'd like to hear your views. Do you think I should go with a little bit more detail on it, or this should be fine? Let me know below. Okay, thanks for watching. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him well, Horatio. Uh-oh. What'd I do?